We are this little school in this little suburb, and I am amazed at the graduates that come out of this school. I mean, just in the time that we've been at Blessed Trinity, I've seen graduates go on to be valedictorian of their high school class, Ivy League school, D1 athletes, change makers in the community. I mean, I am just continually amazed at the caliber of students that come out of Blessed Trinity. It's exciting.
Before, I wanted to play in the NBA, and after I realized that that wasn't going to happen, I wanted to be a Sports Center anchor on ESPN. That was dream number 2, didn't happen. The Lord called me to be a priest. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't expect it to happen. And it has been the greatest blessing that I have ever received.
I think just the mission that we're trying to achieve every day is really what gets me out of bed and gets me excited about coming to work. Knowing the kids and the families that I'm able to work with, like I said, are really hard workers that truly want to learn. We all have missteps and make mistakes along the way, but deep down everybody's kind of got the same goal. And I think it's that kind of that diligence and that I see here that makes me want to continue to come here every day. It's a place where I want to be, definitely, where our missions are kind of aligned.
Okay, my name is Father Daniel Joseph Rolzinski. I am from Richfield, Minnesota. I studied here at St. Peter's Catholic School, which then became Blessed Trinity Catholic School. I am a Catholic priest with a religious order called the Legionaries of Christ. I am passionate about helping people get to know the Lord, have a personal encounter with Jesus Christ, so that He can be the most important person in their lives. I am also passionate about the Vikings and sports in general.
I've learned a lot more about God, and I pray to Him in every situation that I can. I pray to Him when I'm nervous or when I need help with something. So in Blessed Trinity, I wouldn't be the same person without Blessed Trinity helping me, teaching me how to trust in God.
My name's Brian Stock. I teach 5th and 8th grade science at Blessed Trinity. I'm just very passionate about teaching here. I love the community. I love the kids. They come here, they're excited to learn, they want to learn, they're well-mannered, they're eager to do whatever it is that we're doing that day. So it's just a great place to work and come every day.
I definitely had a unique perspective because a lot of Blessed Trinity kids come over to Holy Angels. And not that the other kids aren't as great, but Blessed Trinity kids, I would say, are a cut above. They're just as academically prepared, but they have a better understanding of how the world works. They appreciate what they have. They're very hardworking kids.
Being a St. Peter's student, so learning from Mrs. Culnane and Mr. Ashran, Mrs. Gammett, we learned to be disciplined, hard workers, to really go for what we wanted, to not take things for granted, and to care about others and to try to live like Christ, how Christ would want us to live. So all those things were kind of instilled on us on a day-to-day basis as I was growing up, and try to carry that over, certainly in my time that I was able to work with them at the beginning of my career and still to today.
One of the things I most remember is the sacrifice that my parents made to put us in a private school, to offer us, to give us Catholic education. It was a really high priority for them, and I remember sometimes the frustration and but the willingness to make that sacrifice, right? That it wasn't easy for them, and we saw that. But we also saw that it was super important to them.
A veces hablamos él y yo en casa de que es un poco difícil, pero decimos no vamos a renunciar.
And I've told my wife at one point we were struggling, and I'm like, I thought about taking the girls out, you know, but I can't. I can't. We just have to do something different.
So being in this environment, having the values and the beliefs that my parents wanted to instill in me reinforced, seeing how this was such a priority for them, definitely made a lasting impact, right?
So the first thing that we'd like our Blessed Trinity students to know is that they are truly loved by the teachers that work with them every day. Even when they're being a challenge, we try to love them through that and help them to learn how to deal with adversity and to better themselves. The second thing is that we'd like them to know that we are doing everything we can to help them to reach their full potential. We want them to learn from their mistakes and work hard to be successful in whatever they try to do.
I would tell current BT students that they just need to keep doing what they love. Some people won't understand. Some people will try to convince you to do other things, but if you keep doing what you love, you'll eventually figure it out, even if it's not the typical path.
We're the only Christian school in Richfield offering this opportunity. And so we do it because we're Catholic, and that means that we proclaim Jesus and we proclaim the dignity of each of those students that walks through our door. But we're intentionally inclusive because we want everyone who walks through that door to experience that they're loved the way Jesus is loved. And then we want to give them the kind of education that they can't get anywhere else.
And coming to Blessed Trinity, you get parts of all three. And it ended up with a really well-rounded individual who leaves our halls and goes off to high school and college and beyond, not only with success in a job and success academically, but just success as a person. And they're people of integrity and character who we're proud to call them that.